Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. When people get stressed or too relaxed, they make mistakes. But usually when you get relaxed, you make more mistakes than when you get stressed. Because when you get stressed, you pay more attention because of the consequences. You should take things into consideration more than when you're relaxed and you're certain that everything works in your way. In this case, we have the imbecile Prime Minister of Canada, Justin Trudeau, and he was applauding like a seal together with the Jewish president of Ukraine and the whole House of Commons of Canada, applauding that former SS fighter. Do you remember the 98-year-old Ukrainian who was not even vetted to see what's going on, who's who, what's what? They want the Speaker of the House of Commons to resign, but they will not resign. And guess what? This idiot Trudeau comes out, and I have the video, and he blames Russia disinformation. All that. So he is either so certain that the idiots in the society will not catch that, or he's just an infantile, which he is by definition, by default. But he just comes out. I have this video of him. He talks about that incident in a House of Commons, and then he's talking about Russia disinformation, and Elon Musk calls him out. So I have this little article, obviously, from Sputnik. Why do I say obviously? Because, we have to pin media outlets against one another. You will not really find this one, I'm guessing, in the Western media, or you have to look deep. Musk shreds Canada's Trudeau for, quote-unquote, Russia disinformation blather amid Nazi row. So, Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau weighed in on the scandal involving the honoring of a Ukrainian Nazi veteran in the country's parliament, calling it an extremely upsetting blunder. I really don't think it was a blunder. Some people let it be. They could have been stopped. They can't be so idiots, can they be? Do you think that those, staff of the speaker did not know that guy who was invited by I don't know exactly whom? They did not know his guy's past? They just found out now after they applauded. The next second they were like waiting, pushing the articles, bam! Oh, now we found out. Do you think they just found out then? Do you think the minority over there, the Jewish minority that did not know, how in the hell they found out only then? He was surprised that guy was invited, did not know. Actually, Zelensky and Yermak were over there in the house. No? Elvis is in the building, so do you think they did not know who's who, what's what this guy's gonna say? Alright, let's move on. Let's say they didn't. So it says in the country's parliament, calling it an extremely upsetting blunder, but at the same time, appeared to shift blame for the incident of quote-unquote Russia propaganda. Disinformation. Justin Trudeau has been shredded online after appearing to blame Russian disinformation for the incident that saw a Ukrainian man who served in a Nazi unit during World War II. It was the Galicia SS regiment. Received a standing ovation in Canada's parliament with Zelensky, who's Jewish, plus Yermak, who's Jewish, plus what's his name, Trudeau, who's not Jewish, and his. Anyway, so Tesla and SpaceX CEO Elon Musk went on X, formerly Twitter, to succinctly remark that, and I'm quoting, there is a slight possibility that not everything is Russian disinformation. This is what he said. Don't want to blow their minds, but there is a slight possibility that not everything is Russian disinformation, Elon Musk said. Now we have Glenn Greenwald, who I like a lot. He said that how, after a lifetime of appearing in blackface, does Justin Trudeau get caught applauding an SS soldier who fought with the Nazis and then instantly starts babbling about Russian disinformation? Do you see how Western elites use Russia to blame for all their failings? So let's watch this idiot. I'm sorry, the Prime Minister of the Canadian Federation, Canada. Let's put a little bit of sound. Ready, set, and let's see if it's going to work.
Obviously, it's extremely upsetting that this happened. The speaker has acknowledged his mistake and has apologized. But this is something that is deeply embarrassing to the Parliament of Canada and by extension to all Canadians. I think particularly of Jewish MPs and all members of the Jewish community across the country are commemorating Yom Kippur today. I think it's going to be really important that all of us push back against Russian propaganda, Russian disinformation, and continue our steadfast and unequivocal support for Ukraine, as we did last week with announcing further measures to stand with Ukraine in Russia's illegal war against it.
What the fuck had that to do with the other one? That is, you caught us with our pants down because we're tards. So let's switch it immediately towards something else. Forget about that. Let's go into this. Russia disinformation, illegal war, Russia. What? My friends, unless you are below 86 IQ, and you don't have to only be like that. I take that back. You know why? Because I met intellectuals with PhDs, doctorate, really being incapable of seeing through, being able to take the curtain and look behind it. And they were not, how should I put it, they were not really invested in anything. They didn't get any advantage from, not seeing it. Didn't see it. But hey, they read Wall Street Journal, so they're intellectuals. If you do that, you're an intellectual. The New York Times, again, you're an intellectual if you read this garbage, and so on. And you listen to NPR, another intellectual. These are a few signs that you're an intellectual in this country, if you do these three things. And there's some on the Washington Post, I guess, but not that much. So my friends, this is the weasel. This is the world we live in. How did we allow this kind of people to be in charge of us and our money and our lives and our futures and our children? I tell you how. Through the democratic process and system. That tells you that something is really fucked up with it, don't you think? Unless you like it. Remember, when these guys are doing these things, it's not that they do it against these guys. The problem is they can do it against you who support him now. That's the whole point. So think about this. Now it works. This is usually what unfair people do. Well, it worked. This little trick works right now in my interest. I'm going to support it. But without thinking that maybe tomorrow the same guy will turn against you and use the same trick. And then you're going to say, oh, no, oy vey, no, we can't do that. Oh, no, my God. But you liked it then. So that tells you, I don't have too much hope for the human race anyway. So why? Because I have life experience, and so do you. And if you meet people and you get tangled with them, or you get involved in certain kind of situations, you get to know as many people as possible and understand the way they think, the way they act, the way we act, and they're just gonna drop you like that if their interest dictates. They support you. Good job this, good job that. When the things are a little bit, you're gonna see them just running away. That's why they say, the revolutions kill their their children, their babies, the leaders, because you have the masses. And the masses, people in general, obviously we function by interest. And if you don't have values and don't have, you're not consistent in your, how should I put it, principles, and you're selective in them, that means you're going to drop everything based on what hurts you or what not. Well, when it's hard, when things are hard in a relationship, for instance, that's when you really test the real love or the real support, the real friendship. Not when things are great and fantastic, we have this and that. I always give, most of the time I give this analogy with a company. When you go in, you work for a company and let's say it makes a profit and the business is good, people tend to be more relaxed. The managers, supervisors, owners, all these guys seem to smile to you, maybe have a little barbecue outing somewhere, they organize it, they give you a little bit of the profits, they share it here and there. Maybe they close an eye if you fuck up here on some, no, it's okay. But when things are a little bit strain, then you're going to see the reality. Everything you do is going to be up, everything is going to go down the tube, everybody's going to be like, Well, that's when you really have to show that you are a real person. Real person meaning strong person, not a weasel. That's a weasel right here. That's a weasel. But he's in charge of Canada. Can you believe that? Yeah, I can. Easily I can. Easily. Why? I have no illusions, my friend. As long as every biped can go and vote, and you have the mass media in the grasp of the guys with interest, and they have these idiot politicians in their pocket with campaign donations, not bribes, campaign donation. So if a cop stops me, I'm going to just, or maybe let's say I vote and I donate to a sheriff for whatever his election, and I donate, and someone is going to stop me, I'm going to call the sheriff. Hey, your fucking sergeant or whatever stopped me for drunk driving. Can you fix that for me? What do you think will happen? No, Emil, you just gave to my campaign about $200,000 and I will not. Click. That's exactly how it works. Jesus Christ. That would be a bribe, right? No, a bribery. But here's just campaign donation. So yes, my friends, blame Russia for everything. Again, look in the mass media and you tell me when you're going to find, scrolling down, let's say Yahoo. Scroll down on their news and you find me articles from, I don't know how many there are, about, let's say 300 articles. Find me two or one that will say something positive about Russia nowadays. Like they don't do anything right. They don't do anything good. Nothing. Everything is bad. Now that's a free media? I don't think so. That's a controlled media. That's a media with its agenda. An agenda is dictated by interest. The same guys that have your politicians coming in front of you and telling you who to love and who to hate. The same guys who come and say, yeah, I will do this, vote for me. And once they're over there, they give other people money from your children. And you can't do squat about it because that's how democracy. You voted once. You didn't ask me about that. Well, that's why you voted. You trusted him. Yeah, I trusted him, and he fucked up. And if I vote for the next one, that again I'm going to be trusting, he's going to do the same thing, and the same thing, and the same thing. Because certain kind of people are promoted to those positions because they're not in your pocket. They're not over there to represent you. They have their own little lists that they receive from the interest. Not proper lists. They know what to do. Anyway, here is Trudeau. Thank you very much. And not only, he's just it bothers me because you can so easily see through this infantile. That's what bothers me. And he's such a moralizer. He's the global moralizer. He should, in a real society, for applauding like a seal, that guy over there, you either don't find that wrong, or if you find it wrong, then what are you going to do? You apologize, that's it? Well, I smack you and then I apologize. That's not enough, you know. Otherwise, we would have all the criminals apologizing and being okay with that, no? Anyway, here's a weasel. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Yeah, but he was, he's over there because some people, supported him. Who are those people? Are they dumb? Are they evil? Both? Something else? They don't care? They have a vested interest? All these things together. Remember, these guys are just merchants in the political bazaar. They're over there to exchange favors. From here to there, negotiate. It's a bazaar, all these guys. And these guys are merchants, political merchants. Thank you very much for being with me again today. And they deal with your money, with your future, your children's and your families. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.